Hello everyone, it is Jacob here, and I'm coming with the new update for the Carino build. It is now able, or I am now able to go over 500 billion DPS, so I've made quite a few upgrades. And I will go over them. I will not go so much over the skills because yeah, those are staying the same. I'm just optimizing the gear, optimizing the slates, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, let's go over it now. As you can see, over 500 billion. I even hit like 570 peak, but yeah, 500 billion like constant overtime DPS. What pushed me so high? Mainly I finished up my Scepters to tier 1. So I have both tier 1 Scepters, and I even hit tier 0 mods just with the material that I got left, or when I drop Sacred Fossils. I'm trying to hit something up to get even more upgrades. So the first one would be the wild damage for me. That's like 10% more damage because you get 10% more damage to base wild. And then I was going with the reefs because that is really cheap to do. It's just one fossil. Not sure if I can check it here. This one is free, so that's the same as wild, but the base mods are just one fossil. So the next one that I will be going for will probably be the affliction effect, just because it is so cheap. Like, it is 30 FEs per click and one fossil, but doesn't really cost much. And I will leave these for last, just because they are expensive. But yeah, so that's the Scepters. Those pushed me over 200 billion, I believe, when I completed them. Gear wise, that's the only upgrade there, so just finish these Scepters. Will cost me thousands. Then I bought these corrupted gloves. They are dropping in price, so I bought them for around 550 corrupted like this. As you can see, they are quite affordable, and that gave me like another 50 billion DPS. Pushed me from like 380 to 450, so maybe even like 70 billion DPS there, just because of the penetration here. That's pretty much it. Then I was working on my slates, so I bought 2 jump slates, so I have 2 more jumps. Those are going for, or I was buying them for around 350, and you want to buy ones that have the jumps as the last mod, because eventually we will want to support them with what is it called? The spark that sets the prairie ablaze, that copies the last mod from all the adjacent slates. So from that I will get 2 more jumps, and then whatever I manage to roll on the other slates. I bought a different pedigree, still not the most optimal one, but helped me with damage, like 30% additional damage here. And still going with Plague just because it was cheap. Like, this was like 150 FEs when I was buying it. Yeah, pretty cheap still. And then I fixed my two deception slates. What you want to go for is +1 all skills on one of them, and then plus 0.2% blur effect on the other one, or both on one. Then I got erosion damage per stack here, and additional damage against cursed enemies here. Another like a very useful mod would be the 10% additional damage to life, but this one is better. So whatever you can afford. These blur and additional curse damage are going for around 50. So those are pretty cheap. These +1 skills, but yeah, those are pricier, but you should be able to get a decent one for under 500 FEs. And then you want to roll them with something useful. I did not Sadly, I did not get anything useful on the last mod here, but 40% evasion helps with survivability a lot, and I would like to get like the Reap source on one of those, or the Reap recovery I have here as well. This one got cooldown recovery speed and +1 max charges. It is a nice mod to have, but not on the last mod here. I would rather have something that could be stacked like this 40% evasion, or yeah, 46% reaping cooldown would be probably the best on the bottom here, or the 10% additional damage against cursed enemies. Yeah, something more useful that can be copied by the spark. And on this slide here, that's still the one I was using before. I have it just for the +1 jump, because you want to get to even number of jumps. So this is what it provides me with, and I will eventually swap it out because I will get the +1 jump from my hero memories actually. That's that. I will go over the tree fast just to show you what it is, or just to show the people that did not watch the previous videos. What do I run here? So, Goddess of Deception. I'm running Windwalk here because I have Plague on my slate. If you are bossing, then run Windwalk. If you are mopping, then you want Plague because it gives you AoE clear, basically. So yeah, you don't need Plague on your Pedigree. You can just swap them depending on what type of content are you focusing on. So that's definitely a thing that can be improved on the Pedigree. But the Pedigree that I want is thousands of FEs. So yeah, not really affordable for now. On Psychic, Daze or Affliction, one of these, if you get them instead of the Plague on the Pedigree, is definitely better. So Affliction or Daze. And then more with less for additional dot damage. If you don't have a Pact Spirit for Curse, for additional Curse, then swap more with less for Verbal Abuse. And you can get the additional Curse here. And the tree looks like this. And on Warlock, it is like, yeah, general indifference +2 all skill levels, and off the beaten track for the mana seal reservation. And the tree looks like this. I would actually swap this, put it here, so the tree looks like this, just because this would give me a little bit more region. Helps if you are running a Statue of Might, this helps a lot. So that's that. That's passives. I will go really quick over skills. Candles, stacking candle for blessings, then +1 jump on one of your candles. Elemental resistances, just so I'm able to cap them out. Using blink for mapping, or frigid transmission or speed phantom for bossing, because they provide you with slow, and it helps really like a lot on bosses, because the slow stacks, and you even boost it through your passive talent tree. So yeah, slow helps on bosses a lot. Then corruption, because I still don't have a corruption amulet. That's my next upgrade, so corruption still for now. Thunder Spike with this setup gives you hardened and numb stacks on enemies through this magnificent support. Black Hole just gives you 100 stacks of affliction instantly on bosses, and procs Reaping Agony, so yeah, helps. Precise projectiles, precise deep pain, precise erosion enhancement, and then this summon erosion magus with this support here that gives me additional erosion damage, which gets boosted by the superpower, and it also reaps from time to time. So yeah, that's that.
impurities.
For a quick map clear, I mean the map clear is the same as in the last videos, it's just faster because you deal more damage. And I'm running the farming strategy that I showed you in the last video, so if you are wondering of the strategy that lets me do all these upgrades daily, it's this. And it goes like this. Now, while I'm going through the map, I would like to ask you guys, would you be interested more in this like deeper update videos where I explain why I do what upgrade, or would you like update videos more often but with less information, just where I would just show you my gear and did not explain like why did I chose the gear? I think that explaining helps a lot of the audience that struggle with their builds, because when you understand the game, then you are able to do and like think about upgrades yourself and actually and get in the game better. For the people that are not interested in the explaining, there's always the build code in the description, I believe. So they can just copy blindly, and then they can come ask on the stream for advice when something is not working. But yeah, I'm trying to provide you with as much information as I can. The build eventually caps on reap cooldown and reap damage, and then we will have to like balance reap cooldown and reap duration and reap sources, because eventually like the reap sources stop stacking because you deal so much damage at the time window that you might waste some stats by going multiple reap sources with the same timing. But that's a material for a future video when I'm capping the dummy on 5 billion DPS or 5 trillion DPS and more. So yeah, this is how the map goes, and that would be it for this video. It was a quick update. I actually made it in 15 minutes, that's really nice. If I forgot to show you something, let me know in the comment section below and I will try to put it into the next video. And if you want to see the progression of how I got into this stage, there are previous update videos that you can follow, from leveling through time mark 7 maps, time mark 8, and then early profound. Also provided some farming strategies, so definitely check those out. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!